Doesn't it feel great to be alive on a Monday night on YouTube as a die-hard, passionate Chicago Cubbies baseball fan, or what? Hey, Cub Nation, Ryan here. Hope all you guys are having a awesome Monday so far, and I hope you guys had an amazing and lovely and awesome weekend as well. Yes, guys, it is a Monday. It is a Monday night, so we are technically now one day closer to Friday and the weekend. But that's a story we could talk at another time. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, of Cubs Baseball with Ryan Knight. So before we get into tonight's episode, I got to tell you something, guys. The sun is out where I'm at right now. It's raining, and there's a rainbow. And I'm outside under a shelter doing all of that. Thought you guys should know that. All right, guys, let's get into the game tonight, guys. As you know, the Chicago Cubs are coming off a sweep of their crosstown rival, the Chicago White Sox. But tonight, the Chicago Cubs were playing the team they played exactly 1 week ago. 1 week ago, the Cubs began a 3-game series at the friendly confines against the Miami Marlins. And tonight, 1 week later, it is a rematch of that 3-game series, but this time in beautiful, sunny Miami, Florida at Lone Depot Park. And it was not a big crowd at Lone Depot Park tonight, but it was a crowd for game one of a 3-game series. You know, guys, it was actually interesting because I'm going to use a quote that it doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you end. Remember that quote for the end of this episode. But the Cubs would not score in the top of the first inning, but they would get a hit off the bat of Seiya Suzuki. But in the bottom of the first, going to the bottom of the first, guys, the Cubs gave the ball to the right-hander, Ben Brown. And Ben Brown has been pure dominant on the road. Well, leadoff hitter, boom, a solo home run. And that put the Miami Marlins on the board, 1-0. The very next batter was again, boom, back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the first. The Miami Marlins had a 2-0 lead over the Cubbies. Definitely not the start Ben Brown was hoping for. But, oh, well, but you know what? You think those Cubs are going to give up that easily? No, not a chance, guys. We go to the top of the fourth. Miguel Amaya, boom, a 3-run home run. The Cubs have the lead finally, thanks to the 3-run bomb by Miguel Amaya. And guys, you know who else wanted to go deep? You're probably saying, well, who? Well, what about Matt Shaw? That's right, guys. Matt Shaw was back with the big league club in the lineup tonight, and boom, Matt Shaw goes deep. But guys, despite the amount of home runs at Lone Depot Park tonight, I got to be honest with you. Let me just say this. It was a great game tonight. It was a back and forth game. But despite at the end of the night, the Cubs fall short. The Miami Marlins would score 2 in the bottom of the ninth to walk it off. It was just not the night of the Cubbies, and the Miami Marlins walk it off and win game 1. Yeah, guys, tough way to do it, but you know what? The quote, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And that is exactly the quote on the Miami Marlins tonight. Congratulations to the Miami Marlins. They win game 1. But before we also log off, former Chicago Cub Matt Mervis was not in the lineup tonight for the Miami Marlins. All right, guys, and then there was a roster move made earlier today. Nicky Lopez did not travel with the Cubbies to Miami. He was designated for assignment. We will get back to that in just a little bit, but the replacement for Nicky Lopez was Matt Shaw. And then remember, guys, Matt Shaw was not in the Iowa Cubs lineup yesterday. Possibly that is the reason. But yeah, Matt Shaw was promoted back to the big leagues from AAA Iowa, and Nicky Lopez was DFA'd. We're going to get to Nicky Lopez now. When you're DFA'd, it doesn't necessarily mean you're released. So Nicky Lopez is technically right now an official Iowa Cub. However, other organizations have the right to grab Nicky Lopez. So in case you guys ever wondered what DFA means, it stands for designated for assignment. But as of right now, Nicky Lopez is on the Iowa Cubs roster. But there's a really good chance, guys, that he could be picked up by another team. It was actually funny, guys. Earlier this year in spring training, Nicky Lopez was on the Chicago Cubs. Yes, that's the crazy story. And then right before the season began, boom, DFA'd. The Cubs DFA'd Nicky Lopez. He actually ended up becoming on the free agent little scandal world. And within a couple of weeks after being DFA'd by the Cubs, Nicky Lopez was back with the Cubs. So it's been a crazy year for Nicky Lopez. But if there's anything I want to say to Nicky, we wish him the absolute best. As of right now, though, Nicky Lopez is an Iowa Cub. Will that be the same tomorrow? We will have to wait and see and find out. Also, a little breaking news announcement. Cubs right-handed reliever Porter Hodge is also on the IL. So a little info on that. Porter Hodge on the IL as well. All right, guys. So tomorrow is game 2 of a 3-game series. The middle game, the Cubs will go with another right-handed pitcher. Jameson Taillon will start tomorrow night for the Chicago Cubbies. The series finale will be on Wednesday afternoon in Miami, and the Cubs will give the ball to Cade Horton on Wednesday. All right, guys. Before I end the episode, if you guys are wondering when the Chicago Cubbies are back at the friendly confines, they actually return this Friday. This Friday, they will begin a new homestand. They will host the Cincinnati Reds for this upcoming weekend. And then starting next Monday, the Cubs will remain at home, and they will be at home against the Colorado Rockies. So that's a little info on the next homestand at the friendly confines at Wrigley Field. All right, guys, before I end the episode, just a reminder, guys, tomorrow is the same time as the game. Jameson Taillon will go tomorrow night for the Cubs. Again, Cade Horton will go Wednesday afternoon. But if you guys enjoyed the video, then make sure you guys hit that like and that thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. Once again, your final from loanDepot Park in Miami, Florida. The Miami Marlins come back and score 2 in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off against the Cubs. Cubs come back tomorrow to look for the W. But other than that, guys, on a Monday night, the Cubs fall short in Miami. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night, everybody. And as always, go Cubs, go.